what's good? You know, you talkers, what's up?
What it do, flight crew?
What's up? I mean, it's been a long day, long week.
Yeah, as y'all can tell.
As y'all can tell, we're still having a little technical difficulties, but we're gonna get it situated for you guys.
Yeah.
You know, we want to bring y'all some real juicy topics. We want to bring y'all the goods.
Been about a week since I've been away from my girlfriend. I'm currently suffering from withdrawals. Like real shit. Day to day just been boring.
It's been about 18 hours since I've been away from mine. I'm currently not doing anything. I'm currently having a good time, you know.
Yeah, it'd be like that the first day.
Yeah, and then obviously the withdrawals start happening. Once you start getting to the point where you're like, oh, I miss her.
Then you can get over it. Say it is what it is.
I ain't gonna lie. What's up, everybody?
What's good?
Yeah, I got-
Love,
Gonna
family.
interrupt our conversation.
Yeah, I'm gonna interrupt y'all our conversation.
That's racist.
Because you can't relate.
That's
No,
racist.
I can't. But
See, that's what you get. Lonely. You a lonely racist. I'm sorry. That was uncalled for. I apologize for my outburst.
yeah, I'm just trying to make sure the live is not like as laggy like it was last time. It looks like we're good. There's still gonna be some drop frames here and there. It's not easy to master this stuff, like I tell you. But
Sorry.
stop touching it. It's not gonna work.
I was trying to get it to where it wasn't focused.
It's
that
not
way.
gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Everything will work.
Oh my gosh. All right. Back to what I was saying. Look like we're good. I appreciate y'all coming out today. We got some great topics coming on for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Tex J, my boy Chef Boy,
What it do?
and then my boy JP.
What's good?
So y'all already know what we got for y'all. We got a lot coming up. So let's get right into it, my
I said
boys.
the wrong thing. I said what it do instead of what's happening. Pen it back to me. You got it. Reintroduce me. Reintroduce me, nigga.
You gotta reintroduce everybody. Man.
Come on, man.
It's your boy Tex J, my boy Chef Boy,
What's happening?
and
There
my
we
boy
go.
JP.
What's good?
There we go.
All right. Very petty about that,
It
but
just didn't feel right.
okay. Man,
Thank you, bro.
yeah, y'all something else. Let's get into it, man. Got some spices up in this B.
What we talking about first, guys?
Honestly, man,
We starting with.
let's just wet our foot in this. Light-skinned victims. Let me get into this stuff. Let me tell y'all, man. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So check me out. I don't get why, as a light-skinned brother, I'm not accepted into cultural, like, races, like a particular race. Like,
Yeah.
I'll be black. They be like, I'm not black enough. I'll be white. I'm not white enough.
Right.
I'm right in the middle. So I don't know what to decide on, right? And I just live my life like that. Like, I consider myself mixed, but I also consider myself African American too. Like, if someone asks me, I've been raised more in African American traits, like traditions and everything. But I also have been raised in some white traditions as well, because how my parents raised me. But like, I never let that judge me. But man, like y'all two, they'll consider y'all black. But y'all look at me, you might only give me half the pass. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy, because I'm mixed too. Right up there with you, nigga. I just don't look it. I'm glad I don't. I would hate. I'm sorry. I would hate to go through what you go through, big dog.
Basically, what he's saying is,
I feel for you.
you are a victim, and it's not even just a title.
It's okay. I think it's perfectly fine. I just think people need to understand and realize you're gonna have people that are mixed now, because we live in a generation where there's
Yeah.
a lot of what's that word?
Interracial.
Interracial couples now. So with all these interracial couples, you're gonna have a lot of mixed kids, or you can say light skinned babies, whatever you want to say. At the end of the day, it's gonna happen. So I feel like the deeper we get into society, and because you know how we're able to connect with around the world because of planes, boats, trains, cars. It's such easier than back in the day. So the interracial couples are becoming a huger thing now. So you're gonna have a lot more mixed babies.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's becoming normal.
Really?
So the question is, as a light skin or as a mixed baby, what do you classify yourself? Do you classify yourself on what you were taught and raised on? Or do you classify yourself on what you want to be and alike?
I would say you more so classify yourself as whatever you were raised on, because that's granted you don't look the part, but that's still your culture, because that's culture is what is given to you, what's learned. Culture is all learned. So with that, you can't just say, "Oh, because you don't look the part, that you aren't the part." Because it's just like football.
Okay.
Oh, you may not look like a quarterback because you don't have the physical looks and the appearance as a quarterback. But if you can sling that thing, you can sling that thing.
Facts.
Right? So,
That's true.
And so it's just like if you know how to use, if you were born in the black or the African American culture, or say you were born in Mexican culture, and you know how to cook, like you know how to cook. What do they have? Menudo. They have
Disgusting.
tamales from scratch. If you know how to do all of the stuff that the culture has, then you can classify yourself that, because culture isn't a racial thing. Culture is what's taught again. So it's like just
like
because you're just it's a tradition. So just because your color doesn't match the tradition, I don't mean nothing, because I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm part German.
That was just random.
I'm part German because my family is German. My grandma's side of the family is German. They have German in them, passed down generations. So I'm German.
Might be related.
It might be. Now, do I claim I'm German? Not necessarily, because of the fact I don't really know anything about German culture. So I'm not even going to open that can of worms, because I don't know what the hell German culture is. Like, I don't know what they do. All I know is that they have their own, obviously, every culture has their own type of, what did you laugh at that?
Let's focus on what you were saying, though.
I know every culture has, like, their own type of food, their own type of, not language, but slang.
Yeah, slang, yeah.
Their own type of how they handle with family, all that stuff. So, I know nothing about German, so I'm not even going to classify that, but literally I am, basically. I'm part German. But I said that to say this. I mean, culture is always something that you can learn from anybody, whether it's your parents, whether it's the outside world, whether it's your friends, family, whatever the case may be. That's culture. So, with being light skin is a tone, skin preference.
Yeah.
And
skin preference? Hold up. I don't think I could have picked your skin.
I don't mean skin preference, but it's a
skin
color.
Tone,
Okay.
It's a skin tone. So it's just like light skin. A lot of people think light skin is its own race, when light skin can't be a race because of the fact that you can be a light skinned Mexican, you can be a light skinned black person, you can be
Asian,
light skinned Asian, you can even be a lighter white person, because white people are pale. You could be a darker white person, and it's just like.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. No rudeness, but like I ain't never seen a darker white person.
This white people.
Yeah.
Damn, white people that look fucking
mixed.
Black. I can show you, bro. You know.
Oh, like crazy? Black features and everything.
And I could black skin tone, like.
Oh, so they have the skin tone, but not the features.
Skin tone and features, yeah.
And they're fully
crazy.
white.
Fully white. And I can show you a fully black girl that looks white. I'll show you her right now.
Nah, you don't need to show me.
It's just
right
like
now.
how you see.
Yeah, I believe you.
It's just like how you see people that look Mexican, but they aren't. Like I think there's just one actress. She plays a Mexican role. She has no Mexican heritage in her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I understand some of that stuff.
But you think, because based off their appearance, they look the part, but you're not always the part. So that's my thoughts on it. I mean, light skin. I'm sorry for what you've been going through. I don't condone anybody to harm any light skins, because they are good persons, good people.
Character development. You gotta get it where you get it.
Skill issue.
I'm proud of who I am. I have no problem with that. I just know it's a situation to this day. Like I was at the gym, just this week, and I think a dude named Sebastian. I ain't got nothing against this dude. He's a pretty funny dude. He's Asian, but he looks Hispanic to me. But that's not the point. But he said, "Man, you ain't even fully black. You can only get half the card." And I was like, "Dang, I'm already attacked because of my skin." Like,
listen, you said he looked Asian to you, right?
Yeah.
Is he Asian?
Yeah. I said he looked Mexican, but he's Asian. Yeah.
See?
Yeah, but how he came to me, I was like, well, I get where you're coming from. And see, the thing is, too, how I act is why some people won't accept me black. And how I act on the other side, some people won't accept me as white, because I act with some form of culture, but not all form of culture, because some culture is actually bad culture, like bad thoughts, like bad teaching, like the robbing, stealing,
Ignorance.
stuff like that. The ignorant stuff that puts you in behind the bars. I don't do that stuff. I'm not a gangster. Oh, yes, please. I'm not a gangster or nothing. So I'm just a regular dude trying to run a business. And so people like discredit me like street cred, like, and they don't even know I live in the hood. Isn't that one of the most ghetto parts of the hood? But then when you find out and you think about it down the line, a little off topic, the hood is just an undeveloped area. It's not even ghetto. It's like the city just doesn't develop it, so there's no point to it. But people take street cred away from you because, you know, you don't do this and that.
The end of the way you talk.
Yeah. But, you know, at the end of the day, I don't really care about the street cred because I know who I am. Like, if you see my whole family and you see how we act, we all have the natural African-American black culture experience.
I'm from the trenches. That's what it is.
Okay. Being serious, I don't know why that funny.
I'm sorry.
But then also, I can get along with, like, the other side if I needed to.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, it's basically a win-win for me.
You got the best of both worlds.
Pretty much.
I wish I was that lucky.
I mean, it's nothing great experience. It's more like being that type of dude. It's nice to see I can go to both sides. Mm-hmm. I might be judged, but they also be like, well, he's light-skinned, so he might, you know, he's doing both ways. It just sucks from people like younger age, like me. I didn't know what I was because I'm so mixed. Like, if you look at my eyes, they're Asian, right? And we have some, like, Asian descent on my dad's side. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of weird. And then I didn't know what a Blasian was. Like, stuff like that, like, affects you as a young kid. Because you don't know who you are. Because you're not one full race. And today's day and age, not everybody's one full race no more. Everybody's interracial couples. Mm-hmm. So when I come into this, I'm just being serious on how I talk about this. So when you think about it, you're going to have a kid in the future. And if he comes out like a mixed baby, he's going to get hate no matter what. It's what you're going to teach him. Oop, my fault. It's what you're going to teach him to know, like, it's perfectly fine. Like, I wasn't taught that as a kid. I was more, like, just going through the motion of it. Like, if you meet both of my parents, they're mixed too. Or so of. My mama's light. My dad is, like, my skin tone. Yeah, but my mama's black. But she she considers herself mixed because she is mixed. Yeah, but she acts black, is it right?
Yeah, like
so that's what
she got that
that's
soul.
what I'm saying. So, but like I said, they're gonna judge right off the skin. They don't know what to do, and so being a light skin, being an ultra mutt, you know, that's what I say as a joke. Ultra mutt, I'm perfectly fine.
You could say you was a hybrid.
Hybrid, whatever. It's a joke. It's funny.
That boy said ultra mutt. That's insane.
I want to say something, but I can't because he gets mad at it.
You're right. Don't say it. I don't know what it is, but I think I do. It's gonna click. But like with that going on, my parents look perfectly fine with it, you know. But in today's age, you see a lot of people on social media coming at people being interracial couples. Black women mad at black men dating white women. Black man mad at black woman dating white man. You know, all them other couples too. But I'm coming at those right now because they're the ones always speaking about it very loudly about it. And I think if you're in love, you're happy. Let it be. Bro. And then they get mad at the baby like, oh, you mixed. So that means your parents had to be interracial couples. You got to be a little bit disowned. For what? We're just starting racism all over again.
Right, like, that's something you should take pride in. When, like, being mixed and
That's
stuff.
what I'm saying. I feel like it's cool. I haven't even got a full DNA test. But I just like, I like how I am because I'm like, I got a lot of black genetics. Mm-hmm. But I know, like, my eyes ain't black genetics. Like, as a light skin, I'm not a regular light skin. Because, you know, light skins, you have a pretty eye color and all that stuff. Like, my mama has that. But I got my dad's eyes. We got Asian eyes. We ain't really got a lot going for us. And they ain't bad eyes.
Yeah,
They're just...
So you can be looking better than that? You can look better than that?
Yeah, I couldn't hear you.
Oh, you can look better than that?
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah,
if I did.
You cute right now, but you can be cuter, basically.
Yeah.
I think he maxed out. You feel me?
But,
I don't think he can get any cuter than that, man.
But I like my eyes. I enjoy them now. Because at first I was like, man, like... You know, back in 2014 and all that, the light skins would do them videos and all. I do a video. I'm like, something's off, and it's my eyes. So I learned that to accept who I am, and know there's gonna be people out there that are gonna judge me for who I am, no matter what. You know, so it varies into all that stuff. You have something to say about it before I...
Oh, I was gonna say because like a mixed child. I feel like when it comes down to like interracial couples and like having a mixed baby and being a mixed kid, I feel like that's something that people really should take pride in. Cause you're basically like an accomplishment between your parents. They wasn't scared to go against, you know, the norm, and they weren't scared to break the racial barriers between races and stuff. You feel me?
Preach.
So when people talk down on it and all of that and criticize it, that's stupid.
Facts.
Yeah, that's stupid. You're a fucking NPC.
Yeah.
Basically, because you just doing what you were taught to do, and you just going with it.
You're not your own person.
And you're not appreciating what's in front of you. Cause that shows a lot. Cause back then, bro, we only 2023 going into 2024.
Mm-hmm.
And the racial war is still bad. It's not as bad as it was, but it's still bad. So to have a whole bunch of interracial couples and mixed kids, like that's something that should be uplifted more. Because going forward is going to be a whole lot more.
Yeah.
It's going to be a whole lot more.
Especially when you got football players.
Right.
Sports is all mostly ran by interracial people, interracial players. And there's just one thing that stuck with me for years, because I remember this shit, and I remember reading through the comments, and I was like, bro, this fucking world is stupid. So, Patrick Mahomes won the Super Bowl, won Super Bowl MVP. I think they say he was the first black or African American Super Bowl winner, or he was the first African American Super Bowl quarterback to win, like start and win. Everybody in the comments was like, he's not black. He's not black. He's white. He's not black. He's white. I'm like,
yeah, because they were judging him right off his skin.
And I was like, first of all, just based off your appearance, he has curly hair. He has curly hair. So that's, I'm not gonna necessarily say that's a black trait, but that's a black dominant trait.
Right.
A lot of white people, you don't really necessarily see curly hair in white culture versus black culture. So with that off rip, you're wrong. Two, his dad, like if you look at his dad is black as hell.
Nigga.
His dad is black. His dad is black like that. I remember when I first saw his dad. You know, and I got to give a quick shout out to my light-skinned brothers out there. You know, my boy Stephen Curry, Patrick Mahomes. You know, we gotta showing out, because usually it's the dark-skinned brothers. You know, so gives us a little few points going up.
My nigga Lil James.
Okay.
Peanut too. He a dark skin. He just like to fake like a light skin.
But yeah, go ahead.
Calm down. You know. Take your time.
I was chewing. And so, with that, I was like, off rip, you're wrong. His dad is black as hell. His mom is white. Yeah. But, because his skin color is not black, doesn't make him less black than you. Yeah, he's not full black, so obviously...
Right, it's culture.
Yeah, obviously his genes aren't as strong as yours, but African American is a race and also a culture. Black is a culture. Black is not a race. Black is a culture. So for him being the first, you can classify. You don't have to classify him black, but he is black.
I gotta disagree with you right there. I don't think African American is a race. I believe it's more of a culture standard in America, cause that's not your roots. You know what I'm saying, kind of deal. Cause if you're thinking about it, and I don't want to get too deep on this side, but America as a whole is not a race. It is a country mix of people. It might be run with the majority of white, because that's how it started. But, you know, all our Olympics, track stars, swimmers, all that, they're all different races. They're all not the same. You know that, right? So,
no, for real, though.
So when you're classified as American, you're not just American. You're American plus whatever other racial you are. That's why it's always, you know, American, white American, African American, Mexican American, stuff like that. Asian American, stuff like that. So when people come and attack by the skin, at the end of the day, we're all American. We're all American. We're all one in total because we live on the same land and we do our same thing together. So I hate to see like a lot of fighting coming from that because I know we have different racial backgrounds in down the history, but we're all born on the same land, you know?
What's that land called?
America. I knew I wanted to do that so bad.
Oh, it's a must every episode, bro.
I see. But back to what I was saying, like Patrick Mahomes and everything, people have been like, oh yeah, he white, no, he black, or he ain't white, he ain't black. He's American. You know, he's a light-skinned brother doing his thing. You just don't see this kind of stuff no more. Because back then, it started with the white man playing the football first and all that. Then he saw the dark black man can play football, and he always had the darker athletes, which is no problem in my opinion. Then you get your first controversy. You know, you got Patrick Mahomes. No, Steph Curry's first. Steph Curry, because he's a light-skinned brother. He ain't the darkest, but he's the best shooter you ever seen, right? His parents are mixed. If you looked at his parents, they're both mixed. They're both light skins as well. And then you got Patrick Mahomes. But see, that doesn't stop nothing. It shouldn't. So, and you see, it doesn't stop them as a person. They're successful and they love who they are. So you know,
unnecessary conversations, unnecessary topics.
Yeah. So I'm happy that when it comes to being a light skin, knowing we're gonna have our benefits and we're gonna have our haters at the end of the day. So this goes to anybody that else is mixed, you know, because I know that can be kind of hard to take in sometimes. Trying to be your own self when people are trying to make you pick a side. I'm not really going to pick a side. If I had to say I'm anything, I'm American. I can't say I'm African. I never been to Africa. Shoot, you know, Africa doesn't even like us. They look down on us and they think highly of themselves when they come to America. And I don't have no problem with that. Be who you want. Be prideful. But hey, we're the number one country, mother truckers.
I know how to kill their ego. See their kids in one of these public schools. Let them keep thinking highly.
But yeah, you see my point when it comes to being a light-skinned brother. So
Yeah.
that's why I want to bring this up. Because at the end of the day, it's not really the race thing and all that. It's just who we are. That's how it's going to be. Shoot. Honestly, I believe there's going to be a lot more light skins down the line because how mixed America is now and how the Jim Crow laws and all that came to effect. So you can't stop it. It's going to happen. So you might as well embrace it.
I'm going to have a light-skinned baby, so.
Yeah, me too.
Hold up. Quick question. You wanted a light-skinned baby? Like bad, or do you just don't care if you have a light-skinned baby or not?
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, make it sure. You? Okay, make sure.
My baby can be dark as me, but guess what? You still get the same damn love.
Okay.
Color don't mean nothing. Shit.
That's what I'm saying. All right, let's move into the next topic.
Well, he was gonna say something.
Oh, my fault. You got a few minutes. Let me do it.
But I forgot.
Look, messing with the black man's spirit.
I forgot. I was gonna say it before him, but he started talking. Yeah,
We supposed to be on the same side, bro.
I wasn't nothing too crazy.
Light-skinned victim right now. I'm being attacked right now.
An estimate, like a statistical estimate on like, I forgot what race, but like in America, it's gonna be predominantly
Take
like
it off.
Like mixed
mixed babies.
I seen some stuff about that.
Take it off.
So like, get used to it, cause
I mean, it's gonna be here forever.
It's gonna be here forever.
It ain't going anywhere anytime soon.
And let me make myself clear. If you want to stay in your race, that's perfectly fine too.
Yeah, I mean,
there's people out there like that. That's
all preference. Fine. At the end of the day, it's all preference. We're not knocking any one of your preferences.
Facts.
Just don't knock somebody else's preferences just because of
it's different.
Your own.
Yeah, they don't align with yours. Like,
yeah, I mean, you have your own beliefs, you have your own preference, but hey,
that's ignorance.
There's nothing wrong with dating outside your race. There's nothing wrong with dating inside your race.
True.
That's it. Because hey, I'm a testament. We're all testaments. We've all dated in and outside of our race before, right?
Yeah.
I
have. Yeah. Think about it.
What was the difference? Not really. It's just the person, right?
Well, every girl I dated, I just dated kind of deal. But I mean, I thought it was gonna make me happy, and that's why I'm single.
You were dating just cause.
No, I was not. I was trying. They just was not trying back.
Was depressed.
Whoa.
All right.
You had to come for him like that.
Let's switch it.
I'm talking about me.
Oh.
When I dated outside of my race, yeah, I was. Fuck that bitch. Oh,
Was that
excuse my
next?
French. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
Just had that meeting too.
I'm
All
so
right.
sorry.
Next subject.
My bad,
bro.
My
I'm-
bad.
Next
Hey.
subject.
Y'all
Next subject, bro.
Oh.
Y'all want to play dominoes?
Yeah, we played this one, but I think we should go with yours.
I was gonna say that.
Oh,
His-
it's out?
yeah. Yours
Hey,
is definitely good
what's-
because after
what's-
yours,
What's your
Problem.
title, dog? What's yours? I want to know.
come on now, you already know what it is. You
Oh,
went through it.
Come on.
I know what it is. I was gonna ask this nigga what his was.
Oh nah,
Nah,
we don't gotta worry about that one. Yet.
let's get into it. Love isn't just an all forgivable excuse.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like people think that it is, like for the most part, because it's love. You feel me? You watch these shows, you watch these movies, you read these books about love, and people doing this, people being blinded by love. But they got people out here that will diminish their worth in the name of love for other people, but put their self down for other people, all because of love. Like, let me give an example.
Okay.
Like, they got niggas out here that they cheat on these females, and the females take them back. You know, dude come crying. I love you, this, that, and the third. You gonna throw away all of this. You gonna throw away all of that. Like, I love you. And a woman was like, it's okay. He loves me. He just made a mistake, but he still loves me.
But he loved me.
He still loves me. Let me diminish my worth real quick. I'm gonna put myself even lower, go down to his level, and I'm gonna set them back, and we gonna keep going. Dude might do the same thing, but it's cool. He loves me. He loves me. He gonna change. He been saying he gonna change, so he gonna have to change. Why? Cause he loves me, and I love him. They'll put themselves down for in the name of love, and I just don't get it. And it's not just with a significant other, friends, family, all in the name of love. Motherfuckers will diminish their worth for that person, and it's stupid as hell if you ask me.
Nah, facts, because of the fact, like, you realize that just
Whoever
because
has if you don't got the 6, the lowest one, the highest one.
I need another one.
Oh man.
just because of the fact that you loved said person, or that person said they love you, if they loved you as much as they say they do, why are they treating you like this?
Right. And they will get guilt tripped. I ain't gonna lie. Some people will get guilt tripped. Be like, oh, I'm not gonna give up on you
10.
because I love you.
I gotta go get the paper and everything. Don't worry about that.
But take that shit back.
Dummy.
I'm over here trying to talk. You trying to play.
Respect the time.
Mother.
You know what? And that's so true because 21 Savage, I didn't understand what he meant when he said, you can love and still hate me.
Right.
Right? And I was like, what? And I was young at the time. And I think, like, love and loyalty is two different things.
Mhm.
Like, you can love someone, but you love them, but you love hurting them too.
Yes.
Because love is not always positive. You know what I'm saying?
You got toxic love.
You got toxic love out there that people, like, take in.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just very it's very common nowadays right now with how people love each other when they really don't. Like, a lot of people don't show loyalty and love. Like, those are the two big L's you need in a relationship. You can't just be loyal to me, because look, you can have someone loyal to you, but they don't like you. But they're loyal to you because you have the upper benefit for them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what comes with that loyal. But with love, if they love you and care for you, they can still hurt you because at the end of the day, it was all in the name of love for their purpose. So when you add both of them together, you really can't break that down.
Right. And bro, it's a whole bunch of love out here. You got toxic love, you got positive love. And some people do not know the difference between the two. But so they'll take it however which way that they can get it. Like, motherfuckers will do toxic shit or be toxic, and when they get mad and they spaz out, they showing an emotion. Mm-hmm. They're angry, but they're still showing emotions. So they'll take it because I know he cares for me. I know she cares for me because of that. If you never cared for them, they wouldn't be acting like that. And they'll keep doing it, they rock with it, and they'll keep doing it. They fall into this endless cycle.
And that's also crazy because of the fact that while there is, you said toxic love and you said there's good positive love, right? you said there's toxic love and positive love, right?
Yeah.
And also there's silent love, loud love.
Yes.
And and the thing about silent love, in my opinion, silent love means more than loud love, because of the fact that I can shout to the mountaintops, I love this person, but I'm doing silent shit.
You doing silent shit.
Silent shit to diminish that love of said person. But when I don't scream it when I keep it to myself, keep it private, and don't tell the world, you respect that more, because of the fact now I'm doing everything that I'm telling you. I'm doing everything that I'm telling you, not because I'm only telling you. Now I'm not telling the world.
Like, I know that I love you, and I'm telling you that I love you.
Right.
You just doing shit to prove that you love me instead of being on loud.
Exactly. Like, who cares about what you're telling everybody else? What you tell me means way more than what you're telling everybody else, because of the fact that that's what I am. Like, I'm with you. Us is together. Them is everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, what's the point of screaming to the mountaintops and you're not doing what you're doing? Because I know a lot of people will say, and this has been tipped on Twitter, TikTok, in the media, the louder a person is for you, the more bad shit that they're doing. Like, usually what happens is, from social media standpoint, whenever a guy posts his girl a lot, or the girl posts their guy a lot, they're cheating. They're trying to save face.
Mm-hmm.
And trying to basically, like, you know how you do the light with the cat, do the laser with the cat.
Yeah,
they're basically trying to do that. Like, go focus on that while I'm doing some.
Lead them astray.
Yeah, and so that's media standpoint. I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't really care, but it's just so crazy that that's the mindset that everybody has, and that's behind why people do what they do.
Yeah,
and it's like, bro, like, what at this point, what is love for real?
Yeah, facts, bro. I had to talk with my girl about this, because I'm a silent love type of nigga, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not finna be all out here. I'm not gonna say I'm not, but I don't just be out here being all loud with my love, telling you I love you, being all full of emotion when it comes down to you, and all that. I'm silent with my shit.
Right.
I tell you I love you, and you should trust me enough to not doubt my love, like, at all, because I feel like that's what love is.
Mm-hmm.
Don't doubt my love. If you trust me, I trust you. I trust that you love me 100%. I'm not going to doubt it. Even if you don't do shit to show, I'm just going to think you're not in that position to be doing so. And when you do get into that position, then it's cool. If you want to show that love, that's fine. Because that's how I am.
Facts.
Because I'm a nigga. We providers and shit. We want to be doing this for our girl, balling on our girl, splurging for our girl.
100%.
That on some silent shit, but we going to treat you.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes down to my girl, we had this talk. Because I'm too silent. I'm too silent. She said I don't do enough action or whatever, which is cool. I don't really care. Bro. I do care. I love you. She probably watching this shit.
Bro, I'm the same way, man.
But for real, you shouldn't be asking me, do I still love you after we get into it, or you don't hear me say it all day. You shouldn't doubt my love. Like, there's a whole bunch of love out here. It's more than one type. You feel me? How do we get into this when we was talking about how love ain't just an all excuse?
I don't know, but it worked.
But we
rocking.
it.
We rocking.
But I be telling her, man, I got plans for us. I got plans for you. I got a whole bunch of shit that I'm going to do for you to show that I love you. You feel me? And that's just on some silent shit. But she likes to go that toxic route to try to get me to show my love. And I'm going to say right now, niggas do not have the best response to that toxic shit. You trying to get a nigga to show his love.
You already put it down.
No, I put it down first.
If you steady doing that to a nigga,
I put it right here.
But to a dude
switch it and put it right
being toxic, trying to get him to show love, he falling out of love with you.
Nah.
And he only with you just to,
you put it right
for your
you
sake.
Can't move it after you put it down.
I was going through something similar once upon a time ago.
So technically, I put it right here first.
Do I talk like this when y'all talking?
I'm sorry.
Matter of fact, take over. Y'all got it. I was done saying. Anybody would like to chip in and pitch in? I didn't know.
Why you had to talk through the mic?
I didn't know I had such rude
I was on
co-stars.
Hey, I apologize. I'll take over for you. I'll let you, play and,
I wasn't done.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't done.
So you want me to talk? You want to keep going?
No, let him talk and just be quiet.
I just gotta recollect my thoughts because I want to take it back to how the shit is not an excuse to forgive everything. Cause I got some people out here like even like parents, like when it comes down to mom and dad trauma from their parents, They feel like because it's their mom and it's their dad, they still have to be their child and so act like their child when said mom and said dad was not there to be that parent for them. But just because in the name of love, they feel like they have to. Cut them motherfuckers. Cut them off. Do what's best for you. Prioritize your self-happiness and find your worth. You come first.
Amen, brother.
No, you come second. The Lord's come first.
Amen,
so don't put
brother.
nobody before you at all. I seen too many people fall to that, dog. Too many. And the shit is just tragic. I be so hurt. I look like a thug, but nigga, I be hurt about that shit, bro. I be seeing people, I be like, man, if only you know, if only you knew, if only you had somebody that'd teach you about love and like prioritizing yourself. Cause self-love comes first. Yeah. First and foremost, no love will beat self-love.
Facts. This man is definitely in there right now.
So before you try to go find love in other people, find love in yourself.
You gotta learn how to love yourself.
You gotta learn how to love yourself, cause you won't be able to. It's gonna be hard for anybody else to love you.
Cause the way you treat yourself is the way you treat other people. You can't. Well, not necessarily, but it's a certain type of the way you treat yourself. You carry that to your other relationships. Cause if you treat yourself badly, how do you think you're gonna treat other people,
bro? Look, and when other people see the way that you treat yourself, they will treat you the same way.
Like, you don't respect yourself, so why should I?
Why should I?
Okay.
Why should I?
I know we got really deep in that part. Go ahead.
And it's also because it's more so like, I know you were saying like your relationship with your parents or any relationship. It's more so crazy because of the fact that it can go anywhere. Like relationship with your best friend, relationship with your significant other, your parents, all that stuff. It's different type of love that you have with all those type of people. But if you carry yourself the same way throughout every single one, all of them are gonna be every single one. Like all the relationship is gonna be the same. It's gonna feel the same. The way you treat yourself, the way they treat you is gonna be the same because of the fact that you carry yourself the same everywhere. And it's just like you have to have some form of self-respect, and you have to have some form of, realizing that just because they say that they love you,
right,
and just because they treat you the way they treat you and say that they love you, they don't even match up.
Right, because you setting the bar for yourself. When you love yourself, you respect yourself. You setting the bar already.
Yeah, you setting the bar because now they're taking advantage of you. All you're grasping on is, oh, you're falling back on that love you. That love you is a crutch for you.
Bullshit.
And it's just like, okay, the way they treat you, he'll cheat on you. Mm-hmm. He abuse you. He will do all of this stuff. And your parents will. You have abuse in the household. You have all that stuff, and the way
manipulated. All
at the end of the day,
get closer to your mic, man.
At the end of the day, they love you. They say, "Oh, I'm only doing this because I love you," and you eat that shit up. Because that's why we say love ain't an excuse, because of the fact that you can't be treated like that, and then they say they love you, and then be all good. And that's, like you said, manipulation.
Love doesn't hurt.
Yeah, love don't hurt.
Can I speak my opinion now?
Go for it.
Yeah, y'all been going off. This
Are you gonna play devil's advocate?
I don't know.
I don't think
if
there
you
is.
are.
But before I do, JP, why do you got that many dominoes?
Because I had to pull.
I see that. I saw that.
Yeah,
I was like, did he start with that? All right.
No, I didn't have a 4. I didn't have a 6.
Okay, 4, 6, or 3. Oh, well, yeah, 3 or 6.
No, I pulled when he
that was his first goal.
Oh,
I didn't have a 6. Well, go ahead and speak your piece.
It's you?
That's me.
It's my turn.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not gonna play devil advocate in this. I know they went a little bit off topic, but I'm gonna bring it right back in a little bit.
I mean, you really can't play devil's advocate for this one.
I ain't, but love is not just enough, I feel like as much as I have dated as a man, love has not gotten me far. The disloyalty and the actions I have, the actions that I have gotten from my consequences, my fault. The consequences I got from my actions is crazy.
I didn't even catch that shit.
I caught it. Trust me, I've been catching myself. But like, man, I think it's kind of hard to to say love is enough when it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Because love is just one part. You know, there's also a worth of trustworthy, loyalty,
Mm-hmm.
honesty, all that stuff. Because someone can love you and lie to your face.
Facts.
And the thing about me, I hate liars. And I'd rather you just be truthful to me. Like, if I'm doing something wrong, something you don't like, let's talk about it, right?
Facts.
Or there's something you don't like about me, or something you hide about me. Just be real. Like, if you don't want to mess with me, that's perfectly fine. Just love just can't, like, cover everything you want for somebody. And in this day and age, too, shoot, finances matter. I'm not gonna lie. You ain't gonna love a homeless person. Tell me I'm wrong.
Preach.
I ain't seen no one fall in love with a homeless person and be like, yep, you're coming with me.
Unless you were with them before they were homeless.
I mean, yeah, something like that, but like,
But even in being homeless kind of draws people away.
it draws people away because you're not willing to take care of your own self financially and all that other stuff. And so you gotta understand, when it comes to this love stuff, you gotta do more than just love. You gotta be there when times are hard. Sometimes I don't even need you to love me. Sometimes I just need you to hear me.
Facts.
When someone listens to me,
Amazing.
That goes
amazing.
Bro, that's probably better than.
Immaculate.
That's a better feeling.
better than just a bunch of kisses all day, hugs,
Bro.
sex, all that. I feel like if someone can listen to me, not judge me on what I'm saying, and just let me close myself out, and don't judge me, and don't take no actions, or don't even use my feelings towards me after what I just shared to you, or any secrets, you got me. Like,
that is better than sex, bro. That honestly is.
like, you don't know how much people go through a day, and all they want to do is cuddle and hug and love. Sometimes that's not gonna work. Sometimes I just need you to listen. I need to vent this stuff out. I gotta let it go.
That's that emotional maturity.
So, like, you just gotta know, like, when it comes to this kind of stuff, it's very important that you gotta know love is not gonna be the answer to everything. Because you're gonna love at first, that's cool. But what else are you gonna bring to the table? Because the love is gonna be like, how can I put this in a metaphor for y'all? Love is like a Subway sandwich. Check me out. The love is the bread.
Okay, I knew you were about to say that.
Cook.
The love is the bread. You have the bread. You're not just gonna take the bread. You need some meat, right? The meat is the financial. Like, okay, we gonna be able to take care of ourselves in the future together, you know. And then you got some of the veggies. Those are like the little stuff that matters, like the mental and physical stuff that
trust.
Yeah, you got
the
the sauce.
trust. And then the sauce. That's when you got the stuff that just adds in, right, with talking about it, supportive on goals, all this stuff. Because that's not love. Because you can love someone, but love someone toxic. That stuff matters as well. So it's all them things that you add together to make the beautiful footlong, which is a great relationship. You know what I'm saying? You can't just, and you can't not have the love. Because you don't have the love, you don't got the bread, you can't eat the sandwich.
Right.
You're going to have a salad. So, like,
And nobody wants to sell.
no one don't want a salad. You want that footlong. Yeah.
I like salads. Okay. Make it.
You have to ruin the moment?
I did.
Okay, what you put in your salad?
No. Cutting that off. No. You ruined the moment. No. You see, something like that is unnecessary.
I like salad.
Like, I needed to know that. Congratulations. Some people probably like salads on here too, but that's not the point of the message. The point of the message is you can't go without love, but you can't just say love is everything. You need to add the toppings. You need to add the meat. You need to add the sauce.
Love is just one
everything
part.
that needs to be part of it.
Love is just one part of a relationship. You got the love. You got the trust, bro. Honest, all of that just ties together. It becomes one. Don't get me wrong, but love is just one part. They have to bring more. You gotta have something more to offer than just love.
And it's crazy because I feel like everything, like you know that what's that phrase? Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. Please be closer to your mic.
So, me and my girl were watching Love Is Blind.
Mm-hmm.
She got me into it. Don't ask. She got me into it. And they were obviously the premise of Love Is Blind is to fall in love with somebody emotionally, and then like not think about the physical and all that stuff. Fall in love, make an emotional connection, make a social connection, and make a mental connection with said person. So after that, they fell in love. Whatever, they wanted to move in. After they saw each other. They went on a trip together. They moved in with each other. And the main difference in their relationship was he had messed up his credit
Credit's important.
He messed up his credit, and he they never spoke about finances before.
Mm-hmm.
So when he had mentioned that he messed up his credit and all that stuff, the way he was living like a bachelor and shit like that. So that turned her off. It turned her away because of the fact that, one, if you can't take care of your own finances, how are you going to take care of our finances? Because at the end of the day, now the house that we live in, that I lived in, is now your house as well. You pay for the bills. You handle all the stuff too.
Yeah.
Your bills, your personal bills, like your car, your credit cards, your subscriptions, or whatever you do. You got utilities, because I'm pretty sure, I don't know how they were handling it, but utilities are somewhat 50-50 depending on who you are.
Yeah.
Or you take care of the finance, she takes care of all that other stuff. But however you slice the cake, they didn't match up because of the fact that she was all about finance and all about money because of the fact that her dad. She had background. Because her dad was, she said her dad was broke before he got to where he was. That's usually how it goes. But he didn't even know what he wanted to do. Like, he didn't know he pretty much didn't know why good credit was important.
Yeah,
Right.
so that stuff right there, like I mentioned,
Yeah, that turned them away from each other, and that fucked up their entire relationship.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Love can't not take all that.
Right. And like I was saying, love may just be one part of it, but love is deep. To truly love somebody, you have to accept everything that they come with.
Yeah.
Flaws and all.
Flaws and all, because when you're in a relationship, y'all can work to better yourselves together.
Yes.
But to love, gotta accept each other.
I mean,
all in all.
you could be rich, right? And the person that you're with is poor. That's probably fine, unless, that's probably fine because they bring these benefits otherwise.
That's
Like, they bring the supporting,
other
the
values.
mental, the physical, all that other stuff that's not taken care of, So, yeah, everything varies. So, love is definitely not going to be the only situation where stuff is full. You're going to need to have a solution when it comes to love. Like, you can't just have, oh, I love you. That's all you need from me. No, like, sometimes I'm gonna need you to listen. Sometimes I need your help financially, and I don't want to, but you see me in a struggle and I need help, if you're able to provide and I can help come back, stuff like that helps. Like, my dad and my stepmother, Candace, shout out to Candace, we all love Candace. Their stepmother out there, you know what I'm saying?
You're a rock star.
They worked it out together, and I'm not trying to put my dad on blast. I love my dad, but his credit wasn't the best for the longest. It wasn't. But he was making money as a truck driver, so he was making $1,000 and everything. But when he got with Candace, and he was in a better position as a man mentally and all this other stuff, right? They got it down. They got a house. His credit got right. The money's bringing in. Like, this man is probably in the best position he is in life now because it wasn't just love. They got everything down together, even the mental and physical. They're there for each other no matter what. And if it wasn't for Candace with the credit, I don't know what my dad would be in, But if it wasn't my dad being there for her mentally, we don't know where Candace would be in. Thanks. So they both provided for each other at the end of the day. And it wasn't just loving, kiss hugging, and all that stuff. So that's very important to know that when it comes to this loving stuff, because it's more than you think, when you get older. You're looking for like not a financial, you're looking for a stable partner in all stuff, not just loving them. You know what I'm saying? So do know that. Maybe that's, as a kid, you don't get that many responsibilities. And that's why love is probably the biggest thing out of everything. But we're young adults. And as you can tell, money is one of the biggest things, one of the biggest factors.
Yep.
And other stuff too, like, mentally and emotionally and physically. So stuff like that has definitely been building up the older you get. So love is not going to be all. You're going to need to have more than that.
And a lot of people mistake love for just wanting to, just giving yourself to that person. Like a lot of, and I don't want to come out of one demographic or one gender, but I've seen a lot of women say, "Oh, what do you want for Christmas?" Or "What do you want for your birthday?" And they'll be like, "Oh, I got you a birthday present. What is it?" It's me. And it's just like,
all right, I have you.
I love you. I have you, but you telling me that you got me you for my birthday, and you expect me to feel the love because of the fact that you told me you got me for my birthday. And a lot of women and men too, but they feel like you are the only thing, like, because you're giving them your body, that shows you
Yeah, definitely with this generation, they think just love and sex will carry it all.
I'm like, bro, you have to a partner for love to be successful. Yes, for love to have been a thing, like a big thing, you have to have the emotional aspect of love. You have to have the mental aspect of love. You can't fall in love with somebody based off just qualities, because of the fact that once you get past that, because falling in love with somebody's qualities, like their physical qualities, that's lust. That's not love.
Yeah, that's lust.
Lust is, oh, you're attractive, so I like the fact you're attractive, and I think that you're amazing, whatever the case may be. But that's lust. Once you get out of that lust phase, now you're looking at all their flaws. Now you're sitting here like, you do this that I don't like. You don't do this that I like. And it's just like you were so beautiful before, or you were so attractive before, but all your flaws drag you down. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying. Like, love ain't just, oh, you're an attractive person, so I love you. I fell in love with you. No, love is, you gotta look past all the flaws. Their flaws become the biggest factors that you love, and that's truly what love is, in my opinion.
Respect.
I want to take a quick second to shout out Daquan, Daquan. Sorry if I butchered that, man. And Adonis, we love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.
My people.
What they say, my boy? What they say?
They say Jordan looking real good, looking real sexy, looking real scrumptious.
Is that Quan?
Yeah. Adonis, man, loving this topic. Hey, we appreciate it. Thank you, man. We put in some effort into these.
Yeah, if y'all definitely want, y'all can always call in. As you can tell, it's right down here, kind of deal, like right here.
Yeah.
To call in.
Y'all are 100% right, but keep in mind, man. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Say that out loud so everybody knows. I need to know.
Quan said, y'all are 100% right, but keep in mind, 95% of the reasons a man will approach, which is being lustful. But that's not what keeps a man.
Facts. That's
true.
That's 100% true. And I mean, and that's why I like to say, yeah, I mean, you obviously, a lot of people say, oh, I love you for your personality. You don't know them from their personality. Obviously, what attracted you from them, what made you approach them, was the looks. That the look is a factor of starting a conversation, starting a relationship. But looks don't keep a person, whether man or female. Looks play a part in the start, but it doesn't. It actually doesn't play a part in the ending.
Yeah, because the looks. Yeah, the looks will. Hey.
Yeah, the looks will, but hey, don't get it twisted. You know, and definitely come to men. And I don't want to do this, but you know, I play David Advocate, and I'm a roll it real quick, including them women. Sometimes it's not the look. Sometimes it's that money. That money make you fall in love. That's what I'm just saying. That money make you fall in love. So, you know, that also happens. But at the end of the day, it goes both ways.
Facts.
100%.
And if you got to learn how to control yourself, whatever it matters. Like, we're men. So we got to learn how to control our lust. Because we know we don't want just lust. We want love. We want a woman that can be with us financially, mentally, supportively, emotionally, all that kind of stuff. You know, because sex at the end of the day is not going to cut it. And then women should know that money at the end of the day is not going to cut it. Because you got to understand this. And I can't really get deep into this because I don't know the women aspect as strongly. But I'm going to take this off of Andrew Tate. He said this one time. He basically brought up the fact that you can have all the money in the world. You can have all the Gucci bags you want. But when you be old and rusty, you will be in that house by yourself with all them worldly items that don't have no value to you. But if you become a great wife to your man, and you find the right man for you, and y'all have kids, when you become old and retired, you can at least look at the kids, your grandkids, your great-grandkids, all that stuff that came between you and your mans. You know what I'm saying? That goes both ways.
Facts.
It goes both ways for men too. So that, you know, with lust and everything, you can have sex with multiple women. But at the end of the day, if you get old and rusty, you know, there's going to be a day you don't have sex no more. You're going to have yourself by yourself. And that's when you got to see, do that woman really love you? Does she love you after the sex? Does she love you for who you are? You know what I'm saying?
Man, this is...
Preach, brother, man.
So I'm just bringing that out there. I'm coming for both sides. But yeah, it's important because, you know, the future of the day, it matters. Like, a lot of stuff ain't going to matter at the end of the day. Whoa. What's up?
He preaching.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I got
now, you preaching too, but he preaching.
Oh, what he preaching? I want to know.
He said, although he don't agree with everything Charleston White says, because he's true, he said, women can get a lot further in life with their skirt up than a man can with his pants down. And that's basically what it is.
That's true. Definitely, it's definitely been a huge impact into this life.
Never said a mic drop before.
Hold on,
He's
bring him on the show.
Hey man, you need to call in.
Hey, Quan,
you need to call in, man. You need to call in. The line's right there at the bottom right. I can't get this dang thing to work.
Like, I think with men, we see somebody fine, like, oh, she looks good enough for me to be with her the rest of my life. Now let me go see if it's worth staying with her. Let me go see how her mind is.
Oh, my boys are funny, bro. They said they're talking about sex. And I was like, that was one of the things that we barely talked about.
We barely even touched that.
But
man.
nah, it's funny because of the fact like that I was saying like I forgot what I was gonna say. But it was something that had to do with the lust part. Mm-hmm. Because of the fact, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, so because women and men don't just sit here and say, oh, I like this person because of the personality. Like, you're realistically, how many times are you gonna go up to it? Whatever. I don't want to be disrespectful, but realistically, how many times are you gonna approach a person that you deem unattractive from the beginning? Never. And like, just because of the fact that they might be the best person ever, but that looks do play a small factor in your entire decision.
Unknown caller.
Okay. We ain't got our first caller, guys.
Call from
Quan Payton.
My boy Quan.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
My boy Quan.
Welcome,
good?
Quan, to the show, my brother.
What's up?
We see some facts. Go ahead and speak for us. Oh, you didn't turn it on, boy.
Ouch.
Quan, can you hear us, my brother, man?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, we in this B. Go ahead, Quan. Go ahead and speak your knowledge, man. Definitely speak your opinion out
Spit,
here.
my man.
So first off, I want to start off by saying this: what y'all boys are doing, keep going. I love podcasts. I love conversation and all that, etc. But I just want to go ahead and drop off this little piece of knowledge that I learned. Mm-hmm. And I don't mean to get kind of emotional or personal, but I just got out of a relationship. I was together with a woman for 5 years. Ooh. And just in the discussion, I learned a lot of things. I ain't going to go through much description of it, but I learned a lot of things about women. And the reason why I posted that quote is because it's truthful. You need to learn, to look past the sexual aspect of a woman and focus on other aspects of her, because as men, the number one thing that we hold together that's going to give us power is discipline, a routine, and a way to withhold the evils of what a woman could pursue. Mm-hmm. A woman could come off as sexually attractive, but at the end of the day, if you just fall into that, then you missing out on all the other things that she's manipulating you for.
Yeah.
So the number one power thing that we have is controlling our sexual tendencies and focusing on just becoming the best male that we can become.
Preach, man.
So in agreement, yes.
Preach. He's speaking.
I 100% appreciate that, because of the fact that when you get towards like wanting the relationship, because you wouldn't want a relationship with a person that just throws himself at you, because of the fact that now that thoughts in your head, like, well, how many other people will she do this to if it comes to that point? Because I know how she got me, so she's bound to get somebody else the same way she got me. And that's why you're like,
definitely.
Exactly, and that's why you're like, okay, well, what she's offering, I'm not looking for that in a wife. That's why you're wanting a wife and wanting a girl or an arm piece or whatever the case may be. That's a different topic, because of the fact that you want a wife that you can respect, that respects you, and that can basically put you on a pedestal to be the best person you are.
And that's what I question. One thing I noticed about me during this situation I learned is that, and I don't know about y'all, I learned that every man and woman is different. But me, and this, I don't mean to get descriptive with this, but I'm be honest. When I approach a woman and I start talking to her and I start liking her, whether it was some physical or whatever, I want to work to get with you personally. I want to be able to know that when I approached you, you didn't just one night, second date, third date, you gave it up. Mm-hmm. No, you're a woman that respects yourself. And that fight to be able to earn a woman's love is very well more worth it than just going to the club, meeting the bitch one night stand, excuse my language, meeting a woman one night stand, then getting to know a woman. And I agree with y'all on that. That's very well true.
Exactly. Man.
Yes, sir. Hey, we appreciate that. Yeah, we're just young. We have a different aspect into the world. We try to, cause like people like you, we appreciate you again, Daquan, because you give us your knowledge and your situations, and we can definitely take this in. As you as a man, we really do appreciate you, man. Where you from, my friend?
I'm from South Bend, Indiana, a little ugly, old, not perfect town. It's like 2 hours from Chicago.
Okay.
But to be honest, I've started to claim San Antonio because I did come out here when I was like 13 and 14.
Yes,
I'm not
sir.
trying to get too personal, but fun fact, that's when I met Jordan when I first came out here. But yes, I'm a San Antonian, but I was originally born up north in a small city called South Bend, Indiana.
Okay, yes, sir. Hey, respect. Hey, you can represent both. That's no problem around here.
Yeah, we respect where you
Tim,
from,
baby.
dog.
Of course, I've been talking y'all ear off, but I got like an hour left at work. I work from home, so I'm gonna stay tuned in, but I'm gonna get back to work. Y'all, like I said, man, I love what y'all doing. Keep it pushing, and much love. Yeah, thank y'all for letting me speak my mind. Thank you.
Always,
for sure.
Daquan.
We
You
love
never
you.
come back next
We
next
appreciate
week.
we appreciate you for wanting to come and speak your mind, man. That's what we do. That's what we love doing, because I mean, now you're getting a piece of, they're seeing your perspective, and you're just like a viewer as well. So I mean, we love that.
Yes, sir.
That's how we bring our guests on the show.
Blessing.
Stay blessed, brother.
Stay
Hey,
blessed out there and have a great time at work.
Be safe, my boy Quan.
All right, for sure.
All right.
Love that.
Ladies and gentlemen, turn it off. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what it works in. When you call us in, y'all can share that opinion, you know what I'm saying? Speak your mind. Everybody gonna hear you. We just want to keep that knowledge, and we appreciate Daquan coming out here
For sure.
for definitely sharing his knowledge. How old is he, man?
He's our age.
Yes.
He went to East Central, graduated with me.
Bro, he sound way
Yeah,
older.
he sound wise.
He sound wise.
When you go through a lot.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey.
Real life experiences.
That's
man.
how a
It
wise
feels-
man becomes wise. Make sure all my viewers out there that's watching, make sure y'all do like, subscribe, you know what I'm saying, and definitely share to your family members, your friends. You know, we appreciate y'all coming in. Let's go into the next topic, though. We got this connected, though. You know what I'm saying? We were just talking about the love and how the left and right working with the woman and the man, how to make it work at the end of the day. Back to what I was saying, how it worked in the end of the day. Let's get it going. You're lying to yourself.
I'm tripping. I was counting one.
Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the love. We really do appreciate
I fucked myself up.
Yo, JP,
I could have had 10.
share that juicy topic, my brother. That's what everybody been waiting for.
Let
It's
'em
the
know what's
thumbnail, my man. Let them know.
So we was talking about, love is not just an excuse. I mean, and that goes to our next topic. Just ties in marriage expectations, dog. And I mean, when you hear marriage expectations, you think of like, okay, well, this is how I want to get married. This is how I see myself getting married. This is how I do all of this. Marriage expectations is more so just how you want marriage to come about, basically.
Preach.
Because it's not about who I want to get married to. It's more so what is your expectation when it comes to marriage? Like, do you expect the person to be the person you've always dreamt of? Because I know a lot of people have their own type of dreams when it comes to marriage and everything. But I mean, marriage is not, your dreams may not always come into play. It may not always be the actual thing that happens. And so when I think of marriage expectations, I think of how you see your life.
Preach.
Like how you see your life with that person that you love. Because you're not gonna have marriage expectations with a random person, right? You want to have marriage expectations with somebody that you truly fall in love with, truly have a connection with, truly build a foundation with. And I think with the expectation that you have, it's a lot different with when you actually fall in love, when you actually fully love that person, because now you're saying, oh, I expect my marriage to look like this. I expect my life to look like this. I expect my marriage to be a big wedding. I expect the honeymoon to be expensive. I expect my dad to do all this shit, right?
Yeah.
Boy, he really deep. He usually gonna wait last, but he going first.
Getting in his
He's
bag.
getting his bag. Y'all listen real good.
And the reason why I brought the whole what the wedding looks like is because of the fact that I've seen a lot of, I mean, maybe it's because that's what media portrays, but I also have seen, oh, my dad's gonna pay for this. Like I don't have nothing to do with it. I just tell him what he wants, and my dad's gonna pay for it. And it's just like, well, is that all you expected for your wedding? Like, is that all you expected for your big day? Like, just for him to pay for it and all that stuff? And I was like, well, okay, that's before the actual marriage, like the actual staple of marriage. You have all these expectations for what your wedding looks like, and then you go into your actual marriage, and it's like you're trying to play Build-A-Bear.
Yes.
And it's just like that's not how marriage is. You can't force somebody to be who you want them to be if you knew from the beginning they're not that.
But you just stayed in it because you was expecting something.
Yeah, you can't stay in it because of the fact that you have expectations and you're trying to make him meet those expectations. It's just like you're supposed to. I'm not necessarily going to say lower your standards because of the fact that I'm never going to tell anybody to lower their standards.
Compromise.
But yeah, compromise. Compromise is a big factor in successful marriages. Marriage isn't all about one person. Marriage isn't just about what you feel or what they feel or who's right or wrong. It's once you get married, now your life becomes their life. Your opinions become their opinions because you're not about to sit here and you can't argue all the time about small things. At one point, you're gonna have to put your pride aside and for the better sake of your relationship, of your marriage, and then you add the kid into it.
And that's a family.
And now that's a family. It's no longer a relationship.
That's a family.
That's a whole family. Now you have to be the backbone for your kids, for your relationship, because of the fact that if you continue holding these expectations, like, oh, they have to treat me like this, they have to do this. My man has to make 6 figures. My man has to have a construction trades. Like he has to do all of this stuff. Now you're gonna hold that against them, and you're gonna despise them, and you're gonna put that towards your kids. You're gonna put that energy towards them, and they're gonna grow up despising the dad.
Preach.
And now they're gonna start despising. Say if it's a female, if you have a daughter, the daughter's now going to despise men, and it's just like it's a trickling effect, slippery slope, and that goes for women too. I mean, men too. If a man sits here and treats his wife like she's nothing, like she's just, I don't want to be disrespectful, but treat her like she's a whore. Now the son's gonna take that, and like now he's gonna start treating women like that.
Preach.
And all because your expectations weren't met. And it's just like, I feel like
it's a broken house.
Yeah, it's a broken house, and now your son's gonna grow up hating women. Your wife y'all are gonna separate, and now you're gonna put the house down on the kid. Now the kid's gonna be unstable. It's just a lot of stuff that goes within having a set marriage expectation, and then it is not met, and then it's a trickling effect. Now you just ruin the lives of 3 people.
That's so true, man. Dang, that boy really went in.
Yeah. Quick second, want to give a shout out to my man Giovanni. Thank you for the like and the sub. We appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
I apologize for going to.
Nah, you was cooking. We didn't want to stop you. We're gonna give Javion his shout out no matter what.
You was cooking.
You were cooking. Don't stop the chef in the kitchen.
I don't even know what to add on to that. Like,
I know he was going so deep. I mean, you want to think for a minute or what? You
What was the topic? Like,
married expectations, and this man he brought up the fact that if you don't have the right expectations to getting married and everything, you're gonna have a broken household.
Okay.
So he talked about a broken household. I'm gonna talk about the before the wedding and everything. In my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Oh, wait, you got something? I mean, be my guest. You cooking?
Y'all both gonna cook, so who go first?
I was just gonna say, it's always a possibility of something going any which way.
Facts.
God can have a whole different plan than your expectations. You expect your dude to be like this, but God said, I'm gonna send you the dude that you need. You feel me? You want this, but you need this. This
as tough.
I'm finna give you everything that you lack. I'm gonna put that in your SO so he can come and provide what you missed out on.
Like, forget what you want, dog.
Right. You need this. This is your lesson. This is gonna teach you. This is gonna make you a better person. A lot of people don't want to deal with that. They don't want to accept it. They want to keep those high expectations, and they just want to keep getting let down. They get their hopes up, then get let down. He's he's showing signs of changing. He's showing signs of being what you expect him to be, but he's not fully that because you can't force somebody to be something that they don't want to be.
Respect.
Lower them expectations. You might be happy.
Shit, that might be God too. God's like, okay, I'm gonna help him get to where you want to be at. I'm gonna help him sprinkle a little bit of what you want, and then I'm gonna take it back away because I gave you the option. I gave you what you needed, but yeah, you didn't care. You were only stuck on what you wanted.
Yeah.
And it's just like that's not gonna help all the time.
Give me 5.
Dang. Okay.
Expectations. I feel like you really shouldn't go into like a relationship and all of that if you want to get married with like super high expectations. For one, why do you have expectations? Like, honest, talk to the other person. Y'all talk about what y'all expect from each other, and y'all go about it from there.
You know,
expectations will ruin a motherfucker.
I get a quick 5 out of here,
bro. I also think that with expectations, it's more so. It's good. It's a good and bad thing because of the fact that if you have a healthy, like, obviously not all marriages created equal. Not all marriages healthy.
Yeah,
but
yeah. There's forced weddings. I mean, not forced weddings.
There's forced marriages and there's forced.
There's a different word for it. Planned marriages. Something like that.
And but also not even that. It's more so with your parents. Like, a lot of parents that disagree will stick it out for the kid.
Preach.
And so on surface level, it looks like perfect marriage, and so you're built. And then it's not when you get behind surface level. So it's kind of like you're building that thought of what a perfect marriage looks like from your parents or from people that you know, and you're expecting that when in reality not all marriage is the same. So you can try to build your fantasy marriage and fantasy wedding, but it's basically a false idol.
That's what it is, a fantasy.
Yeah,
Call
it's
it
a fantasy.
It's just a fantasy.
And it's just like not all relationships are built the same. So what works for one relationship will not work for another relationship because it's just not the same. They've built their relationship totally different than what you have.
Two totally different people,
two totally different mindsets, two totally different goals,
ideals, all of that.
And it's just like that's where I feel like a lot of people they misconstrue that for actual, like, oh, this is what a perfect marriage is. There's no such thing as a perfect marriage.
No such thing.
And that's my main thing.
Ooh, I'm glad you decided to. That just reminded me something.
It's getting cookie.
Me and my girl had to talk about this a while back, but she tried to throw that normal onto our relationship on what a normal relationship should be. And how it's supposed to work. I forgot exactly what we were speaking on, but I say just because you're used to it, you're used to seeing that, just because it's what they show, it's just a social construct that's pushed on you. Just because you see that doesn't mean that's normal. You're just used to seeing it. It's just regular to you. That's not us. That's not us. You trying to place what they got going on and how they went about it. You trying to place their system, take their system, implement that into our relationship. And it's not that. We're two totally different people, two totally different mindset, two totally different traumas in them. So it's going to be different. You feel me? The process will be different. Everything will be different. We're not them. They're not us. Now,
go ahead.
Nah, you're good. I was actually done. I'm just going to add on a little. Now, you good.
I'm going to say one thing. I'm going to let you talk.
He's waiting. My man, dog.
Nah, we got time. This perfectly fine. I'm just wow.
I'm gonna say one thing, and I'm gonna let you cook a little bit.
Go do your thing. I'm good.
So it's funny because we're talking about marriages, but also, and you were talking about normal.
Yes.
And this isn't about marriages. This isn't about marriage or about expectations, but it's just talking about normal within relationships or within family relationships or like emotional. So I was watching. Me and my girl started watching a show called The Rookie. I don't know if y'all seen
the cop show.
Cop show.
I ain't watch it, but they advertise that thing like a mug.
They do, and you gotta watch it. Bro. It's 5 seasons, so it's a lot.
But done with Snowfall.
But Snowfall's good too. But there was this dude it was a little boy. He was driving the car. He was swerving on the road. And obviously they saw it. And they went to go, check on him. They didn't know it was a little boy until they opened the door. He was like, "I need help. What do you need help with? My sister just OD'd in the back.
Dang.
So they drove her to the hospital, and he's not even like, he's oblivious to this shit. He told the officers, "Yeah, my mom OD'd like 3 years ago, and I learned how to do so and so." And back to what you were saying about normal. That shit's normal.
That's normal to him.
So it didn't faze him. Now, if you're on the outside looking in, you're like, "Oh my god, he's traumatized." But bro, that's just an everyday life for him.
Everyday life. He may be traumatized.
He may be traumatized, but at the end of the day, he's been traumatized so much that it don't even mean.
He knows how to handle it. It's the regular.
Yeah, it's a regular. So it's not.
It is what it is.
That trauma then built him to be more nonchalant when it comes to stuff like this, and that's the same way I feel about, marriage and expectations within a relationship. A lot of that you carry throughout your child life because of the fact that you don't sit here and create those expectations based off your own fantasies.
No, it's shown to you.
Yeah, if it's not shown to you, your fantasy is created because of what you see.
Yeah,
and so if you see abuse in relationship, you're gonna carry abuse in a relationship. If you see a lot of like successful things in your childhood, in your relationship with your parents, you're gonna more likely carry successful mindsets.
Yes.
Yeah.
It works the exact same way, different situations, but the exact same outcome.
Respect. Yeah, that's a whole different perspective on some stuff that we haven't been into.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't been in there. I'm just talking. We're just talking about what we know and what we learned. So go ahead,
You
text
gonna get
Jay.
this shit, boy? You good, my boy?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way to say this. This is gonna be my new saying. But I just don't know how to say it.
Just think about that. Text Jay, you got something to say?
Yeah, y'all gonna let me speak?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
We gonna just cut him off at the same time.
Every time I try to speak,
If I figure out how to say this,
just let me know.
might.
Give me a hand swing. I'll cut it. I'll cut it off for a second.
You're good.
But let me go ahead. Let me
cook,
put
big
my
dog.
spin off on this. So I actually been in this situation. So it came to my parents. I love my parents. Don't get it mixed up. I believe everything happens for a reason. Like we're in this moment right now. So you good? You got the hint? Okay. Back to what I was saying. My dad and my mama got married not because they loved each other, because I got in the picture. Basically a one night stand,
Bro.
and then boom, they're like, "Well, I made her pregnant. I might as well marry her." That was my dad's expectations, and my mother took her. Now I don't know what they gave me the short version. I don't know if he built it up then asked for wedding, but I promise you it wasn't a year. It's definitely less than a year. Back to what I was saying though. They didn't last that long. They only last 3 years. And man, if you get to know my parents, you'd be surprised how they even last 3 years of a marriage. They are two different people.
Honestly.
All my fault.
100%.
Two different people, but have the same like attitudes and everything. Like, I don't know, they just bumping heads left and right. And their expectations were not set right. You know, the first thing that was messed up that came into this was my mother and father were having sex without a condom. You know, that's the first thing. Definitely, I don't know if a one night stand or they start dating, but they wasn't prepared for what was gonna be the consequences of their actions. You know, and you know, I'm the consequence of their actions.
Your best damn consequence, bro.
Okay.
Real talk.
Honestly, bro. Best consequences.
It just had a domino effect
But
too.
my friends are weird, bro.
Hold that. Just hold that.
He appreciates
Just
the
hold
shout-out,
that.
though.
Yes, sir.
All up.
But like I said, all that went down.
Go ahead. What's funny? Damn.
Nigga said Kyler Murray is so real.
Oh,
He
fuck.
preaching, huh?
Oh.
All right, back to what I was saying.
Go ahead, Kyler. Sorry. All right, go ahead.
Back to what I was saying. When it came to that, their expectations were very low. They got married, everything, just to try to work it out with me. But they couldn't work it out with me because their expectations did not match each other. My dad had ways of raising his kids, and my mother had ways raising her first kid. So it wasn't matching. And they'll fight left and right. and it didn't last. It only lasted 3 years. And then, I always try to make it work, and it didn't work. And then it kind of affected me because I didn't understand love and all that, and I thought separate parent households was a normal thing, which it wasn't. That was the bad thing, I guess. I didn't know at first.
Oh, that's so true.
So when it came to all that stuff, it kind of got a little hard. But I mean, now that you think about it, their expectations, I learned from what they did now. I'm not going to do what they do. So that's one thing that's good about that. When someone fails, watch from their failure. And see, shout out to my parents. They both know they messed up. And they both told me, like, it shouldn't have happened. But, God has his reasons, and it happened. And you're here now. And so I deal with that. And I think that's perfectly fine. Because I love how they fixed the situation. My dad fixed the situation right now. Because my dad, after that, it took I think another 12, 15 years before he got married again. Because before my mom, he married someone else. Man, I'm putting my dad on blast.
No, for real.
It's whatever.
Mr.
He be all right. He thug.
Mr. Wilson gonna call you after this.
Yeah, I know. So he got married like 3 years before that, something like that, or whatever. Or not married, just a lot of stuff. But after me, he snipped himself. He said no more kids. But he wanted to get married again, though. But he took his time doing that. So he took the proper steps first of himself, and then, he dated a few different kind of women. And then that's where Candace came, And if y'all don't want to know this, let me put this out. This is a good story, too. This is a good story. I love this story. I love telling people this story because it gives people hope sometimes. But some people get dumb hope out of it. So back to what I was saying. My dad and Candace has met my stepmother when I was first 6 years old. 5 years old. After a year, they broke up on neutral terms because my dad believed Candace wasn't ready to raise me into her life because she was younger than my dad. Mm-hmm. And so that's when the 12 years down the line kind of that was more like 6 to 8 years. Candace comes back into my life. We get to see Candace again. But I don't know what my dad did behind the scenes. But he knew that all the women that he dated, Candace is probably the best woman out there for him. And they got an understanding for each other and their wedding expectations and everything. Like, they had it all said and done. And they knew each other's weakness. And like I said, they brought more than just love on the table. It wasn't less and all that stuff. So having all that stuff, get off y'all phones. Back to what I was saying. So with all that going down, they got everything under agreement. And with that agreement, they were able to build off of that. Because now, after my dad messing up, he finally got himself a house for the first time. He got 3 cars, a happy wife, and 2 dogs. So you know what I'm saying? My man living thing, and he's doing better because he took the right expectations. He planned the marriage, planned what their future is. They talked about their future. My dad took the right steps this time. He didn't do nothing stupid. So you can learn from your mistakes, but do know people's expectations are not always the same as yours, Mm-hmm. And definitely when you put yourself in a position where a kid is in the problem, So my dad didn't want to have that issue with the kid in the problem again. That's why he snipped himself. Funny you say that.
Bro, you sound like a dog.
I know. So, but it's very important to know, like, that's how I see it. And I'm happy he brought that up because I was like, man, how can I really talk deep on this? My dad has gone through that. Mm-hmm. His expectations of marriage is way more different. And, this is important too. Probably not brought up a lot. Ask the father for the wife, you know what I'm saying?
For the hand in marriage?
Oh. But yeah, that's my point of view I wanted to share with y'all. So, like, marriage expectations, I seen it, been through it, and I see somebody overachieved it. So it's possible. You just gotta make sure you're making the right move with the right person and have great communication skills and knowing you're not doing the wrong actions for wrong consequences.
That's really all it takes.
In my personal, I don't want to get too personal, but I mean we gotta get personal because I gotta know us too. Fans that don't know us, I gotta learn to know us.
Not me.
I'm Batman.
But I never had a marriage expectation because I was never around marriage.
Facts.
Nobody in my family got married.
No one in your family got married?
No, not ever since I've been I'm 22. Ever since I've been on this earth, I've been to one wedding and was nowhere near my family.
I haven't been to none.
And so I don't have any marriage expectations because I've never been married. I've never been to an actual wedding before, and I haven't been behind the scenes of one. Or actually, I've been to two. One was somebody from my church. The second one was my best friend's sister. So technically my family, but not my family. And even then, I wasn't really behind the scenes because I wasn't the one I wasn't in the wedding. I just came for the ceremony, came for the food, all that stuff. And so my marriage expectations that I did have, that I grew to have, was all based on media. And I was like, well, media isn't what I want to base my wedding, my preferred wedding on. I want to base it off of what my significant other would want.
Okay.
And so now that I've gotten to that idea with what she has, now I'm like, okay, now I can build a real marriage expectation. So that's my personal preference, personal opinion on that. And y'all are going crazy in these comments, bro.
Yeah, I have been to one wedding. I almost forgot. It don't count because I went when I was like 19. I don't count it. Who is Todd Gurley?
You don't know you're talking about me.
Oh, you talking about you?
Yeah, it's a football player.
Oh, it's a football player. You're talking about me. That's a running joke.
They
for
came
years,
from you
bro.
too.
Hey, I would say I can't say what I want to say, but y'all know what I'm thinking.
You got anything to add on top of that, Chef Boy?
No, that was well executed, man.
I mean, we had a great conversation today, man.
Great convo.
But like I said, go ahead.
Deep
Conversation. I want to say shout out to all the fans that are watching. 10 people. I think that's the highest. That's the second highest. Hasn't beat the first episode. But that's the second highest. We had a lot of people, and we do appreciate y'all definitely coming out with us for like an hour and 30 minutes.
We went up to 11.
Huh? I went up to 11. Wow. Well, Can we get 12? Can I get 12? Can I get 13? 13?
Auction
Out here. So yeah, we do definitely appreciate y'all. We want to say we have one episode left coming up for y'all. And we're gonna take a seasonal break. So it's gonna be like a month to 2 weeks. We're gonna have a lot of new stuff coming for y'all guys. We're gonna have guests on the show. New intro, new stuff, all that we can bring. But like I said, we already have the call-ins. Oh, well, bring them in real quick. I guess we got a quick call-in.
We got time.
We got a little bit.
Call from.
Jeremiah.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Yo, you on the air, big dog? What's good?
What's going on?
Hello. You didn't turn. You turned on? Yeah, it's turned on. It's turned on.
What's up? Who's
Yo, K1.
Keep going.
talking about you? K1, Kyler Murray.
Oh, he said K1?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all got jokes, huh?
My nigga Kyler Murray and fucking Todd Gillian up in this shit.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
What that red button do? All right. Back to what I was saying, though. We got a lot of new stuff coming for season 2. We will keep it updated and posted throughout the month, but we will be taking a month to 2 week break. So do know that coming in. But we do appreciate all the love y'all coming out.
Facts.
Please do like, subscribe, share. Means a lot. We ain't gonna tell you what's gonna be last episode, but be there. Don't be late.
Y'all gonna have to find out.
Y'all just gonna need to find out. But like I said, I appreciate the jokes, the love, and I appreciate the people that called in today.
For sure. We appreciate y'all.
So, y'all take it easy. Much love. We'll catch you soon. This was your boy from What's Talking. Later.
Peace and love.